morning, ladybugs. We are doing Ocean Week this week, and I thought it would be fun. I was telling some of you who were on Zoom this morning that I was going in my art closet and I found all this stuff. I found some white sand and some little like sea rocks and some great big blue rocks that are really cool. And I already have my sea animals, which I got. So I thought it would be fun to make, I also bought new sensory bins. So I thought it would be fun to make like an ocean scene inside the sensory bin. And so I kind of, hopefully the camera's angled. I think you should be able to see what I'm doing here. Because I want to make sure you can see that, okay? And so now I'm just going to put it together, and I'm going to do it like right now. I haven't even opened up like some of the packages. I thought we could do it together. So the first thing you're going to do if you're going to make like an ocean or lake scene that you can play with is you want to have a container that you can put everything in, right? I guess you could do it outside, but it might be a little trickier. So I've got the sensory bin. Maybe you have like a big kind of bin or something like that that you can use, or a big tray. And then I'm gonna use this bowl to hold the water. So I could put the water just like right in the sensory bin and do it that way. But then with my sand and my rocks, it would be really hard I wouldn't be able to get the sand out of the water. So I'm gonna use this bowl. In fact, now that I'm thinking about it, I have a couple bowls. Maybe I'll get another bowl. We'll have two things of water there. Okay, so I'll use a yellow bowl too, and then I can use these to pour the water in, and that will be kind of like the ocean pool. Sometimes you go to the beach and there's like little rivers and streams there, and sometimes you have like little shallow pools, and those are kind of fun to play in. So let me sit down here. And so I hope you can see I have my two bowls, and I'm going to pour the water in them, okay, that I put in a pitcher. And these are going to be the water part of my ocean sensory bin. And this way, I can take the water out. I can take that water out, and I can still use my sand and everything. I can play though, okay? So the first thing I think I'm going to do to make my ocean scene is I have some sand. This is very fine sand. You could use anything. Like if you have a big bag of rice, and your parents would say it's okay to put a little bit of rice in the bottom, or some dried beans. If you have a lot of those, you could use those. Or you could even use some dirt. So here's my white sand, and I'm going to pour it. I'm going to pour it. I can't really lift it now. I got to move my cat here so you can see. I'm going to pour it like, I think I'll put my sand just like all around the bottom, okay? I'm just going to pour it, and it's really fun. I'm just going to kind of make a pattern. Boy, it's really dusty here. My goodness. The sand made so much dust. But I'm just going to use all of it to make my sand for my ocean scene. Look at that. Doesn't that look pretty? I hope this video works because we can only do this once. I don't have any more sand. Okay, so then the next thing I found is like these are tiny bits of like shells. They almost look like broken shells. Like little bits of like flat shells. They're not the big shells like this. They're the flat shells. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these on top of the sand in my ocean sensory bin. So just going to like scatter them here and all around just like I did the sand. Boy, if you were at this beach, think of how much fun you would have to maybe take a few of these home. When you go to the beach, you don't really want to take a lot home. You want to leave it there. But sometimes you can take a few things home. Wow, these are really pretty shells. I'm really excited that I got this. Here's a few more. Okay, so I have my water in my bowls, and I have my sand. I should kind of show you how the sand, like this very fine sand. I have my shells, like the broken pieces of shells here. So now what else do I have to put in there? Oh, I've got a couple more things. I have my rocks, which I have to say these are really, really cool rocks. They're shiny, they're blue and white. I've got some really big blue seashells, some starfish. Oh, and these are like, wow, if we found these, that would be hard to resist not to take home. So I'm just going to grab a handful of my beach like rocks, and again I'm going to scatter them like all throughout the sand. I'm not going to use the whole packet here because these are such neat rocks. I think I would like to save some for maybe another project. Okay, maybe another handful. Okay, and then I'm going to see what else I can add to my ocean sensory bin. Well, these would be easy to put in because I can pick these out. I've got some like blue and green, like really round rocks. Oh, and here's, I guess they're all blue, but when they're funny, when they're on the green tray, they look green. So I thought I had some green in there, but they're all blue. So these are my big, big round block glass shells or pieces. I'm gonna just put these like, since I only have a few, I'm just gonna carefully like put them where I want, okay? Just like that. Okay, I used all of those up. And then the last thing I have are my big shells. I have some really beautiful big shells. Let me see if I can hear the ocean. Yeah, I can. A little far away, but I can hear it. So I'm now going to take my shells and just like the rocks, I'm going to carefully like put them all around my ocean scene. Oh, it's getting to be a beautiful beach. Wow, I would love to go to this beach. Okay, so I have my water, I have my sand, I have my flat shells and my big shells, and I have some pretty blue like sea glass. Let's just call it sea glass. Now with my ocean animals, they gave me some like green kelp and things like that. That's usually in the water. So I'm going to place that like in the water bowls here. And both of those, some will be floating, some can sink. Okay, that will be so the fish have something to eat when I put them in the water. Okay, so I only have one more thing to add, and that is just to add the sea animals that I want. So, let's see. Well, some animals live partially on the sand, right? Maybe I should add those, excuse me, to the, like I'll put these on the sand and they can go in and out of the water. My walrus, I can't say that word. And my snail, I think the snail's kind of in and out of that. And then the, where's that other one? Oh, here. The sea lion. Sea lions can live outside or inside, right? The water. And then some animals have to live in the water. Oh, the crab. Well, crab can be kind of partially on the water here. He's going to crawl into that water. Since he has those claws, I might as well use them. Oh, the penguin. We have a penguin on our beach. I'm going to put him right there. And now maybe I'll start adding some animals, my sea animals, to the water, like the octopus. He sinks right to the bottom. The jellyfish. Oh, and I don't want to put, I have a turtle, but I don't want to put my turtle with the jellyfish. Do you remember why? When we were talking about sea turtles the other day? Sea turtles love jellyfish. So I think I'm going to keep my turtle outside the water. And I have like another kind of a sea slug snail. I'll put him in there. And then let's see, should I just put some fish in there, right? I'll just take whatever fish I want and I can put them in the water, in my little water bins. I don't have to use all my fish. There's my weedy sea dragon again. I'll put him in there. And maybe one more. And look I hope you can see that. Get my cat away again. But I hope you can see how beautiful that is. It's really fun. It's like a beach scene with rocks and shells and glass, sea glass and the ocean animals and the water. So now, like if I was outside making this and it's a nice day, I can play with my animals. I can make them go from one bin to another. Look how fun that is. I can have them crawl around in the sand. I can have lots of fun with my ocean sensory bin. And then if I want to save everything, if I don't want the sand to get wet, I can just take out the water kind of carefully. Put the water up here. And now I just have like a sand ocean here. And it's kind of cool. I may not be able to keep that sand forever. Wow, I feel like I'm at the beach. You know how the sand sticks to your hand? But I could play with this and have them on the beach. I could do the water separate so that I could keep my sand, right? Okay, well that was a lot of fun. And it was really easy to make. So if you have like a big tray or something, a deep tray, and you can do it outside, that's probably your best bet. All right? Okay, ladybugs, I hope you had fun making an ocean sensory bin with me. And maybe this weekend you can collect some things around the house, the shells, or if you have any little animals, you could make another scene besides an ocean scene, like a dinosaur scene or something like that, and then just add some rocks and water and things like that and have a lot of fun with it. Okay, thank you so much. I will see you later. Bye-bye.